Playlet. The Wind in the Willows. The play begins in the library at Toad Hall. There are chairs and lots of books, all about toads. Badger, Mole, Rat, and Toad are sitting in the chairs having afternoon tea and talking. I have decided to have a party. It will be the biggest, greatest, and finest party ever held. Everyone who is important will come to it. They will all want to come to Toad Hall and be the guests of Toad.
It sounds very exciting, Toad.
I've never been to a party.
I used to go to parties when I was younger. Oh, yes, we'd dance and have a great time. But I don't go to parties now. They are too noisy. There are too many young animals. There'll be young and old animals at my party. I don't think having a party is a good idea, Toad. Why not? Well, why do you want to have a party? To celebrate my escape from prison. I'd keep quiet about that if I were you, Toad.
Badger's right, Toady. You shouldn't draw attention to yourself. I'm sure the police are looking for you.
I shall send out secret invitations.
How will the animals know they are invitations if they are secret?
That's a good question, Mole. I can see that you are a clever animal. That must be because you have lived underground all your life.
That's not fair, Badger. I'm as intelligent as Mole, and I don't live underground.
Exactly. And I'm the most intelligent animal of all. I'm the great and famous Toad. And I never stay underground for long. It's dark, and no one can see me there. You're making a big mistake, Toad. Believe me, don't have a party. I'll have the biggest party ever. There'll be songs and dances. There'll be storytelling and magic tricks. Oh, everyone will have a wonderful time. Songs? Who will sing? Blackbird? He can sing if he likes, but I shall sing most of the songs. My favorite is the Song of the Toad. It goes like this. Crow, crow, crow.
Other toads might like that, but I don't think all the animals will.
And I shall dance the dance of the toad, like this. Toad dances and falls over. Badger shakes his head. Mole and Rat help Toad to his feet. It will all end in tears. And I shall tell a story.
Let me guess. The story of Toad.
That's very clever of you, Ratty. How did you guess?
I don't know. It just seemed right.
It was the only possible story for Toad to tell. It's the only story he's interested in. I'm going home now. Take my advice, Toad. Forget about having a party. He goes out. Now there's work to do. You must both stay here at Toad Hall and help me send out the invitations.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Oh, yes. I'm completely sure. It'll be a party no one will ever forget. It is the night of the party. Toad Hall is full of animals in their best skins. There are lots of rabbits dancing, and some weasels are stealing whatever they can find. Toad is singing. No one is listening. Rat, Mole, and Badger are standing at the side of the room watching.
The rabbits are very rude. They're not listening to Toad.
Perhaps they don't think he's singing.
You're right. It doesn't sound like singing.
No one listened to his story either.
And when he started to dance, he fell over again.
This is just the beginning of the trouble, I'm afraid. The doors open, and 10 policemen walk in.
Everybody stand still. Nobody move.
I knew this would happen.
Are they going to take Toad away?
Oh, yes. He called the judge a fat face. He pretended to be a washwoman in order to escape from prison. He drove a car into a tree. Oh, yes, they'll take him away for sure.
What can we do?
At the moment, nothing. But we'll go to the court and hear what the judge has to say. The police take Toad away. As they do, he shouts, "You can't do this to me! I'm the great and famous Toad!"
Perhaps you are. Then you can be the great and famous Toad in prison.
They are now in the courtroom. Toad is standing in front of the judge. Badger, Mole, and Rat are also in court. There are also rabbits and weasels. "Your name is Toad." "You know it is. Why do you ask me, Fatface?"
Oh dear, he'll be in even worse trouble now.
That foolish animal will never learn to keep his mouth shut. "For calling me Fatface again, you will go to prison for 20 years. For crashing a car a second time, you will go to prison for another 20 years. For escaping from prison, you will go to prison for another 40 years.
That's 80 years. Will he live that long?
I don't think so. Badger, you must do something.
I will do my best. May I speak?" "You may, Badger. I'm always interested to hear what you have to say." "I think we all agree that something must be done about Toad." Everyone in the court, except for Mole and Rat, cheers. "But I do not think prison is the place for him. The animal is ill. There is something very wrong with his brain." There are more cheers. "He needs hospital care, not prison. I will take him back to Toad Hall and lock him in. I will find a doctor and nurses to look after him. That is the best thing to do." "I think you are right, Badger. Very well. The foolish and rude Toad will be put in your care." The friends are standing outside the court. "Thank you, Badger. Now I can get another car and—" "Oh, no, Toad. I meant what I said. We shall take you back to Toad Hall. I shall lock you in. I shall send for a doctor who will give you medicine to make you just want to sit quietly in your library and read. Mole and Rat will visit you from time to time, but they will be the only friends you have." But... "No buts, Toad. We do not trust you, do we, Rat?"
I'm afraid not.
"Mole?"
Sadly, no.
"Then let us all go to Toad Hall."